All right, so here's a problem for you that we need to do. Okay, so we are throwing a ball from the ground. So thrown from ground. We have initial velocity of 64 feet per second. I want to know how long the ball was in the air when it was 48 feet tall or above. Okay, there's our question. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is we need to set up our quadratic equation. So since it's feet, I'm going to use negative 16t squared. My initial velocity is 64t, and then my height is 0. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out, let's draw a picture. Okay, I threw a ball in the air, it reached a maximum velocity, and then it came down. So here's the maximum velocity that it reached. Okay, so normally we're trying to either figure out the maximum velocity or we're trying to figure out how long the whole journey was. So this is your time, right? So how long was it there? And then this guy up here is your height. So this is when my height is 0, and then like 5, 10, 15, whatever. Anyways, I want to know when my ball is 48 feet or above. So basically I'm going to take my parabola and I'm going to cut it here. So this is 48 feet. Alright, so I want to know when my parabola touches or intercepts this line at 48 and then again over here at 48. So I'm going to have two positive answers. This is how long my ball will be in the air from this time to this time. So let's say this was like 6 seconds and this was like 9 seconds. So from 6 to 9 seconds, that would be 3 seconds that my ball was in the air. We're not sure if this is the time, but that's just how we would determine it. So if we were looking at the parabola as a whole and I wanted to figure out the final time, we're going to use the quadratic formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, so the problem is I don't want to figure out when the final time is. I want to figure out these values. Well, when we solve the quadratic formula, we get two numbers, and those numbers are our x numbers that would be on our x-axis. But I'm shifting up 48. Okay, so instead of being equal to 0 for 0 distance, I'm going to be equal to 48 distance. So I'm changing my formula to be equaling 48. However, you cannot use a quadratic formula if you're equal to anything other than 0. So we have to move this cute little 48 over to this side, which makes it negative. So we have negative 16t squared plus 64t minus 48 equals 0. And now we can plug into our quadratic formula. So we have negative 64 plus or minus the square root of 64 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, when I simplify my radical, I get negative 64 plus or minus 32 over negative 32. Alright, so we have two answers. Negative 64 plus 32 divided by negative 32, and negative 64 minus 32 over negative 32. When I simplify here and divide, I get 1 and 3. So that means that my x values are 1 and 3. So I have over 1, so here is 1 and here is 3. So my ball is in the air from second 1 to second 3, so my total time in the air is then subtracted, so 3 minus 1 is 2. So my ball was in the air above 48 feet for 2 seconds. Okay, so try the problem in your book. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.